Hello everyone, welcome to Sunwillow. I appreciate you guys joining me today. So we have 3 readings. Please choose the dome that you are most drawn to. So the domes are going to represent anything that you need to protect yourself from at this time. And the growth and the spring-inspired items inside are going to represent what is blossoming or blooming in your life at this time. So this will be reading number 1, 2, and 3. Feel free to pause the video to take a closer look if you need more time to choose. Your readings will be in the timestamps. All right, so at this time I want to welcome in spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please help bring in clear messages for the highest good for those that are drawn to these readings. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and begin with reading number 1. Hello and welcome. So this is reading number 1. If you were drawn to this dome, the Ace of Pentacles dome with the squirrel, this is your reading. So thank you so much for joining me. Let's go ahead and get started. All right. Two of Swords and Son of Pentacles. So the Sun would be the Knight. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight, and he is also the most responsible. So it almost seems like there is a decision that needs to be made in order to be responsible about things. But I do want to, I didn't say this in the intro, I don't believe. Just be patient with the readings because they can, I mean, we've got one card out. So just be patient because the more cards that come out, the clearer the readings become. So the Ten of Pentacles flipped up here. That would talk about, and there's the Queen of Wands. So this might be a cycle that needs to end, and that might be the decision. Possibly dealing with an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune came out in reverse. I was seeing this as the Wheel of Fortune because of the 10, the Roman numeral. Most cards usually do the Roman numerals for, see, it's the same. But this is 10 of Pentacles, and then the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So yes, things are not moving at this time. The wheel cannot turn until the decision is made. But this is something to do with the physical world, your house, your legacy, your we were talking about the Mother of Wands at that time, so maybe having the confidence, something to do with your house, your home life. So Temperance is under the deck, and that talks about tempering out the impurities. It also is a card of needing to have patience and all of that, but the tempering out the impurities is kind of what I'm picking up on, because we have the Wheel of Fortune that came out in the reverse. So that means that there is no movement at this time, because it's relying on this decision that needs to be made regarding your legacy, whatever it is that you're growing. You know, you're putting nuts away, you're building. So that's, I mean, very fitting for this Ace of Pentacles reading over here, the Dome, because the squirrel and the acorn, or the squirrel and, you know, is harvesting the nuts, planting the seeds. And then we have the, why can I keep wanting to call that an acorn because of the squirrel. And a pine cone. I literally have a pine cone tattoo and I can't think of it. So the pine cone also, you know, the seed for growth. That's what we're doing with the Ten of Pentacles, is we're planting those seeds and growing our legacy. So this decision is, could change your legacy in a sense of what you're trying to build. This could talk about an inheritance that you know, the decision, but there are something that you need to decide to get this wheel turning again. And there might be something that isn't quite working, you know, like a stick in the spokes, so to speak. We literally have sticks going on in the, you know, it's not really showing a wheel here, but the Wheel of Fortune is not moving at this time. So let's go ahead and see a lot of times the Two of Swords has a person on there with a blindfold, because the Two of Swords is a decision that you're not wanting to face, or you're kind of refusing to see that you even need to make the decision. However, the advice from the universe is always to choose what is best for yourself. I'm going to keep going till one comes out. That was the Five of Cups. So if that comes out again, then okay, Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is representing our financial independence. And it's like, you know, I almost feel like this is an ace for this reading. So the ace would bring this up to the 10. However, it's coming out like this. So let me see what's under the deck. Hanged Man. So that stagnant energy. Needing to get a new perspective on something. So yeah, the Nine of Pentacles is in reverse as well, which makes sense because it's under the wheel. So this decision could totally rely on your pentacle situation, your finances, your money, your legacy, your career, your house, something to that effect of bringing you more stability, more financial freedom, and you're needing to look at it a different way and maybe, you know, make a decision of some sort to get this, to turn that around, to bring in that stability. So the King of Cups. And the Hanged Man. Okay, so we have the Hanged Man twice under the deck, right in a row. So there is definitely... Okay, so the King of Cups he's mastered his emotions. He's not ruled by his emotions. So he's very cool, calm, and collected. He's not being controlled by any emotions at this time. This is how you're presenting or coming in as, because the kings are the ones that are making moves in the 3D, and the queens in tarot are the ones that are how you're perceiving things. So what I will say about the King of Cups is he doesn't speak about his emotions. He doesn't talk about them, even though he's not controlled by them. He doesn't talk about them. And I feel like that's why he's refusing to make this decision, because this maybe is an emotional decision. So this person this could be you. This is how you're coming in as. This is your decision to make. You need to get the clarity on that. Or you're the person that needs to make it, because that's for the greater good. Because the Hanged Man is a self-sacrificing card energy. We've got the Hanged Man twice. So I do say that you need to choose what's best for yourself. But I do want to kind of keep that in the back of my mind, that maybe you have to choose what is best for the situation, in a sense, because we do have the self-sacrificing, where we're kind of getting a new perspective on something so this could be Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. It doesn't have to be. It's just the energy of the King of Water, so to speak. So all right, I was debating if I wanted to put this here, but we're going to keep going. I haven't used these cards, as you can tell, in a while. Okay, the Daughter of Cups. So the Page of Cups, this can talk about like an offer coming in of sorts. We have the World under the deck. This could involve, family, because we have the father and the daughter. This is the Page of Cups, and that is where we are the romantic, someone who falls in love easily, can be a chatterbox. That would be an energy of an individual if it's representing that, but it can also represent someone is trying to make an offer, and maybe you need to make a decision about if you're going to accept the offer or not. We have the World, so this is completing a cycle. It's it represents success and reaching a goal. So you're actually like graduating or leveling up, completing that cycle. And so this would indicate, if it is an offer being made and you're trying to decide if you want to accept the offer, that would be a good sign, because we have the World card under that. So let's go ahead and keep going. And then that would complete the cycle. That would get the wheel turning again, because we have a cycle here that represents a cycle, and then the World as well. Okay, the Magician, and then the Justice is under there. So this can talk about the scales tipping in your favor, and then you will soon have all the resources to make this happen. So if you're trying to manifest something, or I think you need to accept the offer, because that could very well that's what's bringing in the balance. That's what's bringing in the final resource, or energy or timing or whatever it is, whatever fits your situation. So that would really grow this legacy. I mean, you definitely want to have the Ten of Pentacles, the Magician in this sort of reading, you know, that really makes sense for that energy. This can be Libra as well. Wow, the Nine of Cups. That is your wish fulfillment, your heart's desire. That's what you're trying to manifest. So whatever it is that you're wishing, hoping for, that sort of thing, what basically when you were guided to this and you're wanting to see what's blooming for you or blossoming for you, this is the thing that you were like, oh, I hope it's this. Going from Magician to this, that is, wow. Okay, so the Death card is underneath the deck. A lot of times we have to clear something out so that what we're trying to manifest or what we're trying to bring in can come in. That's a lot like the Two of Pentacles, where we're kind of juggling this and we're juggling that. And if we would just set something down, then we have a free hand to welcome in the new. So this could be saying you have to choose to drop something or put something down in order to, you know, accept this offer, or to get the extra cup, in a sense, to make that happen. But okay, let's see. The Ace of Swords. So this is clarity, a truth coming in, or clarity on your situation. And I'm almost feeling like for this reading, it is you decided. I mean, look at this. This is just beautiful. It's like I put down the one sword and I've got one, and I'm striking lightning. I've got this rainbow serpent here. This is, you know, shaped an infinity sign. We're in our higher self, like bam. Look at this. Oh my gosh, my nose is itching like crazy. Well, and there it is. You tempered out the impurities and you made your decision. I love readings like this. I don't know how it's relating to your situation. It could be big or small. But you come in with this, like, everything's kind of riding on this and nothing's going to keep moving until you choose what you need to do. But this could possibly bring in, this could talk about, you know, with the Nine of Pentacles, this is a solo card. You're doing it on your own. So with this in reverse, this could talk about bringing in somebody else. But it definitely is holding up your financial stability, your financial independence. Oh my gosh, my nose. Okay, so what do I want to pull? I don't even have any oracle cards yet. Like, this is, should I do a tea leaf? You got bowl. Look at all that fruit and abundance in there. It says plenty of material things. Wow. Under the deck is caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. All right. So just bear with me. I'm trying to see what I'm kind of being pulled to. I don't know if I want to pull. I'm thinking these because this is, I think, what I had in mind for these. These, I have like 3 different healing crystal decks. So I always like to close out. Am I closing this out? Like, where are we at as far as time? Yeah, we could close it out. I just always like to close it out with like some advice or healing energies for each reading. So whether that's with an oracle card or a crystal. Live in the now. Wow. Yeah, so basically your reading kept having the Hangman, and we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And it's like you're delaying or putting off this decision that needs to be made. And it's don't put off tomorrow what you can do today kind of saying is coming to mind with this. Like, you know, live in the now. Don't put the decision off, because once you do that, once you temper out whatever this is that you have to set down, I feel like you have to set something down, is what I keep feeling. Like tempering out what is not right, so that you can welcome in what needs to come in. I think this is going to bring in an abundance. I mean, we've Magician and your heart's desire. So whatever this beautiful thing is here. All right, let me get one of these. My ears are plugging. My ears are like plugging up where I feel like I can't hear anything. I don't know if now I'm feeling like it wasn't this deck, it's the other one that I had pulled for this. Sorry, you guys. I'm wondering, because the ear thing that's going on with me, like my ears are going plugged. If this is someone trying to tell you something and all you need to do is listen, like they're, you know, like when you have a husband and a wife and the wife is trying to go, okay, honey, we need to kind of like address these things, and she's just needing to kind of like come to you and talk to you and almost in a sense hear herself out. And by getting to say what the situation is, then you're able to kind of make a decision together, but you're not wanting to hear it. You know, like the Father of Cups doesn't want to talk about his emotions, that sort of thing. Gender is mute at this, you know, where I keep saying, you know, the father or the, you know, the king and the queen and all of this, and or the husband and the wife. Anything can be flipped in this scenario, but I'm just feeling like someone's not listening, and that's what's holding things up in a sense. Forest Temple, we have enlightenment. And then under the deck we have freedom, eagle spirit. This is making me feel kind of like with that Hanged Man in a sense, where you're getting another perspective on something. This would be a bird's eye view where you are able to see something better, you know, just like with the Hanged Man. And that is going to free things up in a sense to get things moving again. And then enlightenment. If you put these two together, that's kind of what you're doing is you're, and that kind of has the Hermit vibes as well. Like you're, by looking at it from a different perspective, this is going to give you that aha moment. You know, this is going to give you that enlightenment to get yourself unstuck from the decision that needs to be made. Right here we have flow. This is under that one. And when I was putting these away, I noticed that this one under the deck of the crystal cards says go with the flow. So I figured I'd need to pull that back out. So just hear the person out if you're trying to kind of just let it happen in a sense. We have two flow cards, you know, go with the flow, live in the now, just hear the person out. However this relates to you in a sense of either make the decision or speak about your emotions. Maybe needing to set something down in order to accept something else or have the resources that, you know, it's going to maybe give you freedom. By setting something down, we have this freedom here. By lightening the load, if you're taking on too much, you know, that will give you the freedom to really manifest this heart's desire, your wish come true. But man, that's this Ace of Swords is, you know, I haven't looked at it like that, I think, because we have this here. Going with your truth, grabbing the clarity, seeing, you know, this is like an aha moment. It can be a truth, it can be clarity. But I feel like with all the rainbows in a sense too, this is like really going to bring in happiness and stability and abundance. And that's what, I mean, that's what we're doing it all for, right? We're working hard and we're trying to put the seeds and plant the seeds and stash the acorns and, you know, like all of that in a sense of trying to build our legacy and to be able to have that financial freedom, to be able to enjoy life, all of that. So, all right, I'm going to move on to the next reading. Thank you guys so very much. Hello, everyone, and welcome. So if you were drawn to this dome, then these are your messages. Seven of Cups. And the Emperor is under the deck. So, this is where we could be projecting our fears and our hopes, kind of either like really wishful thinking, have our head in the clouds and not really seeing things clearly, to take the lead or to make big decisions. So let's go ahead and see what else. Oh, and then we have the Eight of Cups. So we went from the 7 to the 8 and completing a cycle. Wow. So the Eight of Cups is when we are no longer, when the situation has played itself out and we are walking away from that or going towards trying to find what will bring emotional fulfillment, trying to find our Nine of Cups in a sense. So quite possibly, we weren't really seeing things clearly, and maybe we grabbed a cup that was the wrong cup, and now we're needing to walk away from that, and that's going to kind of close out a cycle. So let's see. So we have the King of Cups. This can be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. It does not have to be. It would be more so in the sense of someone who is not ruled by their emotions. They don't get, wow, Magician's under the deck here. So they don't necessarily talk about their emotions, but they don't let their emotions rule them. This could be a person in your life that will help you maybe leave the situation, or that's kind of what will bring in what you're trying. That's what you're trying to find, is someone who is not hot-headed and getting overly emotional or overly angry or overly this or that. You're trying to look for someone that is very even keel, and that's why we have the Magician under here, because maybe you thought that's what you were choosing. So this is kind of making me feel like it's in a sense, maybe a relationship reading, but we're dealing with cups. Every card is cups, and cups are our emotions. So it's definitely an emotional reading. But it's almost like what you've chosen in the past was someone who is not a good fit for you. Just emotions all over the place, whether they had the lack of emotions, they were getting too angry, a short fuse kind of a situation, and you stayed in it as long as you could, but it's not bringing emotional fulfillment. This is not your person, and you're walking away from that situation. So this is either you or what you're trying to bring in, because we do have the Magician. So this is talking about, manifesting and that sort of thing. So let's go ahead and kind of get in the present and future energies here. We'll get some advice. All right. Nine of Pentacles. So that can talk about going solo, which you have walked away from the situation. It's emotional, financial, it's independence, where we are no longer relying on someone to bring us emotional fulfillment. We're not relying on someone for our happiness. We are happy and content on our own. We are living in luxury. So it can be financial and otherwise. We are fine on our own. Under the deck, we have the 10 of Wands. So by realizing that, by working on ourselves and leaving that and realizing we can be happy on our own, that is allowing you to drop a heavy burden. You know, maybe in the past you've relied on others, excuse me, for your happiness. Let me get a drink here. Okay. So being able to drop that heavy burden and really enjoy relying on you and only you. The Wheel of Fortune. This is actually, it didn't spin around, it just came out in reverse, and that was in reverse in the last reading. So I am flipping that around myself. Because I start with a deck that is, everything's in the upright. I only read it in reverse if it comes out in reverse. We have the 9 of Swords. So this is talking about worries, anxiety, unnecessary worry, that sort of thing. But it is showing that is unnecessary worry because you have the Wheel of Fortune. You have realized what you needed to realize in a sense, and so the wheel is going to start turning again for you. Let me go ahead and see. Whoa. So now we have the 10 of Swords, which is the ending of that cycle, plus the World, which is ending the cycle. So you're going to have victory and success. Oh my gosh. And then you have the 10 of Pentacles under the deck. So there is definitely, you know, if you were living with that person, this would indicate, you know, closing out that chapter, because this can represent your household. This is your legacy, what you're building, all of that. If this is a job, you know, something that was no longer emotionally fulfilling, and you're wanting to seek out something that will be more fulfilling career-wise. Geez. Wheel of Fortune, ending a cycle. The 10 of Swords is talking about the completion of a painful cycle. And then the World on top of that is, by completing this painful cycle, this is going to bring in success. You have reached a goal. You're leveling up, so to speak. It's a graduation card. So there's nowhere to go but up when we have this. Wow. This can also talk about, this is going to bring in more abundance for you, because the success, and then the 10 of Pentacles under there, we go from the 9 to the 10. I think also by completing this cycle and the pain is over with, the wheel is spinning now. This is going to allow you to bring in somebody else. When we reach the 10 of Pentacles, we go from the 9 to the 10. This is where we are content and independent. And then when we get to the 10, that's when you're building a legacy. You're bringing other people in. So let's go ahead and see what else. The High Priestess. So this is trusting your intuition. This can even talk about, you know, seeing the signs and synchronicities and the like the signs from the universe. Really trusting your intuition. This is the you know card. Like, you really know in your gut what what's going on or what you need to do, that sort of thing. And there's that 10 of Wands. So by trusting your intuition, and getting yourself, having the courage to walk away from that situation, man, you're leaving the pain and you're dropping a heavy burden. So if you haven't already walked away from something that is like it's played itself out. Now, please only take this as if it's resonating for you. You know, if there is no doubt in your mind that this has played itself out, this is over, and all I'm doing is just delaying the inevitable, then it's showing that you will be strong solo. This will bring in the Wheel of Fortune and the World. It's basically going to complete this painful cycle for you. So if you know deep down in your heart that there is a need to walk away, you know, this will allow you to drop a heavy burden. Whoa. The Magician, holy cow. Wheel of Fortune, Magician. By walking away, the wheel is going to turn again and you're going to be able to manifest great things. Walking away by... Wow. I said it before I even looked at the card as far as like knowing what was on the bottom of the deck. The Death card, you know, closing out a chapter. The Death, I love the Death and Rebirth card in a sense, or a lot of people title their Death card Transformation, you know, that sort of thing. Because when you're closing something out, when it's meant to be closed out, this is going to bring in something new, something that is more meant for you. Six of Wands. Look at the butterfly. And that's kind of, wasn't I just talking about that? The transformation, oh, people name it transformation. That's usually what it is, you know, the caterpillar to the butterfly, or, you know, the Death card, where this is victory, success, and it can also talk about public recognition. Dropping the heavy burden. Wow. You are there. You are at this cycle is completing, and you're trusting, by trusting your gut, you're able to do this on your own, level up, graduate, have success, so to speak, and manifest in victory. Oh, even the butterfly is what you were drawn to. And then now, okay, so I got to take a look at the birdhouse here. And then we have, this is actually my soulmate crystal. It is split in the middle. Oh my gosh, do I want to take this apart to show you? Anyway, it's like two crystals hugging in a sense. And then we have the birdhouse. So this can talk about, you know, starting, rebuilding a home with someone new, with a soulmate, and your life is going to completely transform. Wow. All right. Let's get a healing crystal. And I'm going to pull one oracle card and one healing crystal card, and then we'll close this out. I mean, maybe you got yourself into a situation that you need to walk away from, because, you know, this is where you're not seeing things clearly. You don't know what's up or down. You don't know what, you know, what's dark or light. You know, your head's in the clouds, and you're kind of projecting either your wishes and hopes on it. Like, oh, I hope this is my soulmate. I hope this is a good person. And then it turns out this was not a good fit, you know, and all that. But, you know, I was drawn to kind of like not knowing which way is up. So, you know, you might have even been manipulated in a sense, or really not, you know, but Okay, let's go ahead. I mean, you know your situation and how you get, you know, we all, sometimes we're like, man, how did I really end up in that? And then when you look at it and think of it, find a way to forgive. So possibly forgiving yourself like that, like, I guess, you know, to air my own dirty laundry. What I was talking about with this was after my divorce, I was geez, how deep do I want to go in this? Let's just say it was a marriage of a lot of verbal stuff to where I didn't have the highest self-esteem when I left. And so I was kind of at my lowest. And then in comes this person who is giving me compliments and all of that. And I get in that situation and end up going from bad to worse. So now I'm not being verbally abused, I'm being physically abused. And I am a fire sign. I am usually confident and fiery and, you know, like I've always been kind of a spitfire. Like I say shit I shouldn't say and all of that. Like a strong, confident person. So to look at myself and go, how in the world did someone like me get in a position where I'm letting someone put their hands on me? So I needed to find a way to forgive myself and I don't know. Maybe in your situation it's to forgive the person, but then move on from it. But that's kind of when I was drawn to this card, that's what I was feeling, was my own experience of, I was so much needed to take time to fix myself and heal and be in this energy before I ever allowed someone back into my life, into my heart, into anything. I needed to be independent, and okay on my own. And I didn't do that. I went into something before I was anywhere being healed. And it was definitely this. And definitely, you know, it was being kicked while you're down. Like I mean, there's so much I could say, but this is your reading, not mine. But yeah. So I do have my butterfly now and, you know, all of that. But yeah, especially if you're in an abusive relationship and you know that you need to get out, but you haven't. This is why I do these readings. That's why I'm okay with talking about that. I'm not embarrassed. When I go, oh, how deep do I want to go? Or do I really want to talk about this? It's more so, because I see comments on other people's channels where people are just like, you know, I don't want to hear about yourself. Let's just talk about the reading or whatever. So that's kind of where I second guess. Do I want to take your time, you know, to tell you about all of that? But I've always wanted to try to help others in that situation, and tarot has helped me, and so that is kind of why I'm here in a sense. Aside from Metatron made me do it, the universe made me do it, nobody will, all the signs and the synchronicities and all of this is why I'm here, because they're showing me that this is where I need to be. So I do want to show you under the deck is citrine, and the keyword here says bring in the light. So also, you know, with this, where, you know, it was like I was being clouded by darkness or being drawn to darkness and hoping that it was good, because it was presenting itself as that. But I was clouded and I wasn't healed and I wasn't seeing it clearly. So if you need to, please take the time to heal. Forgive and heal. Forgiveness is not for the other person, it is for you. All right. Thank you so very much for allowing me to read for you today. This helps bring healing to me as well. So I appreciate all of the support for the channel. Thank you so very much. And if this was helpful to you in any way, please give it a thumbs up. That definitely helps bring these readings to other people. And I mean, if there's other people out there that are resonating with this, that's what we want to do, is bring it to as many people as we can. That's the whole point. These are free readings, so I put my time and my energy and my soul into this to help others. So you can help others by just liking it to get it out there for more people to view. All right. Thank you guys so much. And I will catch you in the next one. Okay. Hello. Welcome. So if you were drawn to this reading here, if this is the dome with the little rabbit and the amethyst, then these are your messages. So I do want to say, please try to be patient with the readings, because they can become more clear or change as we go. So let's go ahead and get started. Five of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. So you could be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. You could have those in your chart or dealing with somebody with those signs. However, it doesn't have to have anything to do with that. The energy of the Queen of Swords is someone who is out to harm none, but she will cut you out if it is no longer serving her, if it's not a good fit for her. Or this can be the advice for the card. So we have the Five of Cups. This is where we could be in a pessimistic energy, kind of looking at what's going wrong instead of what's going right. It can be all sorts of things. So I need to get more cards out to see what's going on. Two of Swords. Okay. Let me see what's under the deck. So with the Queen of Swords being under the deck with this, that was kind of making me feel like, you're maybe needed to cut something out of your life, but you're sad about it. And then this is showing a decision that needed to be made and not really wanting to make the decision. The Daughter or Page of Cups is under the deck. That can talk about like offers coming in. So possibly you turn down an offer, but now you're feeling like they might be the one that got away. Like I said before, be patient. We only have two cards out. This is just the energies that I'm reading from the cards. The Empress wanted to come out in reverse. It came out like this, so I'm going to read it as such. The Empress is where we are needing to take care of ourselves. So nurturing ourselves, taking a bath, putting on makeup, dressing up, that sort, like the self-care, nurturing ourselves. It is abundance card. It can be a timing card. Like things will get better in 9 months from now, because this is the card of fertility. It is nurturing and nature and all sorts of things. So Hermit is under the deck. This is doing that soul searching and trying to find our power in the situation. So this is telling me that your power in the situation is to focus and take care of yourself. You're either grieving something sad or you're in a negative mindset. It's okay to be sad and grieve. So it's kind of on different spectrums. For some of you, it might be, you're just kind of like, or this is a decision that you haven't even made yet. So you're kind of like, it doesn't even matter what I choose. This isn't going to work out, that sort of thing. So you're kind of in that negative mindset, and you need to take better care of yourself to cleanse out any negative energy and really try to bring in the positivity. So your power in the situation is to really take care of yourself. And the advice for the Two of Swords is always to choose what is best for yourself. The Hanged Man. So getting a different perspective on the situation. Wow. And having the strength and really doing this from your higher self. Not from your ego self. Aha. Yeah, so this is a whole mood right here. This whole mood of, I don't even know what I want to do. I don't want to do anything. This is all shit. Nothing's going right. And you're not even wanting to get out of bed or take care of yourself. Your ego maybe has been bruised, or your strength is lacking. You're not having that, so this would be hopefully the past, but you can be in any timeline as far as we're doing past, present, future. Everybody's on a different timeline. So coming from your higher self, not your ego, to really get a new perspective on the situation. Son of Cups. So the Knight of Cups. Whoa. So we've gone kind of from the Page of Cups to the Knight of Cups. Whoa. And there's the Knight of Pentacles. Oh. Might be, the Two Swords might be choosing between two different people. Two different offers. Yeah, the Knights are usually the ones that are bringing in the offer, in a sense. And you're needing to kind of come from your higher self, not your ego, to decide which offer you're going to take, in a sense. This could mean all sorts of things. We have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy here, and Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo here. This can be how you're coming into the situation, like you're seeing this offer. You're trying to do it very responsibly, or you're really slow at making the decision, because the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight, but he's slow because he's reliable, trying to be smart about the situation and not be impulsive. Hardworking, mastering a skill there with the Eight of Pentacles. Ooh, Seven of Swords is under the deck. I say ooh, and you want to know why. Okay. Yeah, Seven of Swords. So this can be deception. It can be theft. However, when we're dealing with just working on personal growth and ourselves, swords represent the air element, and that governs conversation and thoughts and all of that stuff. So you could be deceiving yourself, telling, that in that negative energy where you are saying that this is all shit, nothing's going to work, or I don't deserve this, or that sort of thing. So this could have to do with a job. Like you don't feel like you're going to be good enough for this job, or if you're like trying to work really hard or go back to school or learn something new, you could be preventing it to going to the next step with the negative self-talk. Let's see. All right, so the Eight of Cups, where you're walking away from what is no longer serving you, or something has ran its course and you're deciding to kind of leave that situation. Ooh, the Moon. So Pisces, so for some of you, this can talk about that lower vibration or the negative pessimistic mindset that this whole mood right here of really like, the Moon card usually shows like the lobster or the crab coming up out of the water. The waters are represented, our vibration, you know, the waters vibrate, that is our emotion. So the crab walks on the bottom because it's not a fish. So it goes way deep and brings that shit to the surface when we go through the moon quest. The moon is a quest, and I feel like that is bringing that to the surface so that could be why it's this mastering this, you're mastering a skill. You're mastering actually how you're going to talk to yourself, and you're going to walk out, you're closing that out. It's no longer serving you. So you're leaving that behind. This can also talk about facing your fears, trusting your intuition to leave a situation. Wow, a whole new beginning. It's almost like you're starting off again as a baby chick. Like a whole new beginning is what I'm wanting to say there. Oh, victory and success and public recognition. So you're going to have victory. So definitely take this leap of faith. Whoa, okay. The World. Victory and success and completing that cycle. This is also, you know, reaching that goal, like a graduation, so to speak, where you are leveling up. So this can definitely be a personal growth reading, or, you know, an actual physical, I need to make a decision. You know, this is no longer making me happy. I'm not even taking care of myself anymore. You're getting that new perspective and realizing that you almost need to put yourself first. You're walking away from what's no longer serving you and really trusting the universe by taking that leap, by leaving. And whoa, we have trusting your intuition. We have the High Priestess under the deck. So you know in this situation how it is resonating for you. Please take it as such. And this is the you know card as well for you know what you need to do. So if you're in a situation that you need to leave, trust that. However, I feel like this is more so a personal growth reading to loving yourself, and working on this to walk away from what's no longer serving you in the sense of what you've always told yourself, that sort of thing. We want to get the Empress turned around because the Empress is what brings in new things. So that's showing that when you walked away from it, now you have this whole new beginning that can come in, the baby chick. So that's bringing in this new, because the Empress is the pregnant fertility, birthing new things, that sort of thing. So bringing in abundance. And then you go straight from the very first major arcana card to the very last. By doing that leap of faith, you are completing the cycle. It's like you've realized what you needed to realize. You're leveling up. I'm going to pull a healing crystal and an oracle before we close this out. Oh, I'm just now realizing you guys were drawn to this dome with the charm, the rabbit charm. And when I'm doing charm casting, the rabbit, because it's about fertility and abundance and Mother Nature, that is my charm for the Empress. Wow. And like the amethyst would be like healing. What in the world? That is so cool. I feel like all of the readings have been kind of lining up with the dome that they were assigned to. Oh my goodness. So your healing crystal is tourmalated quartz. I have one right here. Whoop. And this is to get out of your own way. I mean, you can't even make this stuff up, you guys. All right, so getting that new perspective, that's going to help you get out of your own way. And then under the deck, you have Aventurine. It says, create your own luck. So yeah, I feel like by doing this and doing this graduation of sorts, completing that cycle, the Empress is going to spin around and you're going to be bringing in luck and abundance and success. You're going to attract more because you're going to turn this in reverse. So that's going to bring in positivity, and you're going to focus on what is going right instead of what's going wrong. So this will help with the law of attraction, all sorts of things. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys. Oh wait, let's pull one of these. I was just drawn to these cards when I was creating the little domes, getting those all set up and trying to decide what cards I was going to use. So there might be a message in here for you. Patience, Foggy Bog. And then under here is Pine Spirit, Purification. So I feel like with purification, you're almost purifying your thoughts. You're, leaving what's no longer serving you in a sense. And then with patience, it's like you need to have that patience for the fog to clear. So I think have patience with yourself. This stuff doesn't happen overnight where, you might have like where you take 2 steps forward and 1 step back on occasion, or a good day, a few good days and then a bad day. Have patience. Try not to let something trigger you to where, you go back to the negative, my glass is half empty sort of situation. I feel like you will not, though, because the World card is here and that's a graduation. You're literally going up to another level and you don't tend to go backwards. You've learned it, because usually the World card has the laurel wreath, and that's representing the knowledge and the wisdom that you've learned. And a lot of times, where is that one? We had the 6 of Wands card. Where is that? Was that under the deck or something somewhere? Where was that? Well, anywho, the victory, success, and public recognition. You're going to have victory. Maybe it was under the deck with the world. I don't know, because that was this. Well, anywho, maybe it wasn't even this reading. I don't know. But usually in that one, you know, the guy's coming in on the horse and he has the laurel wreath on his crown, on the crown of his head, representing, you know, that learning what he needed for that cycle, that goal. All right. Thank you guys so much. If this has been helpful to you, please like the reading, because then that helps get the reading out. I think it does anyways. It helps get the readings out to more people so they can get the messages as well, because these are all free readings. So help me, I guess, grow the channel. That would be much appreciated. Thank you guys so very much.